Top of the broadcast, everyone. Welcome to 1SoughtOut once again. I'm Delano Williams, as you know. We usually bring things in for just people in general. Today's show is called Free. The reason we call it free is because Mark, he's our guest, but he's also one of our business partners. What we're doing today is giving out free information on going to college for free, becoming your own business owner for free, bringing y'all up to date to the books that we have been allowed to make only through the grace of God and have published. Also, how to have your online store. We have different avenues that could be done. On the bottom of the page, you also find different websites that you can go to and get the same information. It's based upon what we're doing. Even going down to your local public broadcasting channel and get the information out. It's doing something to bring enlightenment to a place where everyone says there's no one doing anything free, there's no barter system and things like that. Well, to be truthful, it is. Everything that we're going to talk about today is free. And that's why it's called, Mark's page is called Simple, Easy, Free. And Mark, welcome to the program.
Nice to be here with you today, brother.
Yes, sir. The things that I was expressing is basically how we got these books out here, how we have stores and things like that. And you can explain basically some of it to them because I learned through you, and it's a blessing.
Well, what I do is basically I'm a researcher. I research a lot of stuff online. I've been researching for years, for 10 plus years, trying to do as much as I can online to, enlighten myself. I feel like, if you fill yourself up with knowledge, you can only overflow with wisdom. So it's only, so much intake I can do before I start overflowing wisdom and want to start sharing it with everybody else. And of course, all this searching and researching, I wrote my first book, which was Caviar Dreams. And I started telling people about it. And when I ran across a couple people, they started telling me, did you know you can go to college for free? And I didn't know it, actually. And I started talking to my cousin, actually, and he told me he actually graduated from college in Kentucky with absolutely zero debt. After doing more research, I found out it was 17 plus colleges in the United States that give away free college tuition. Most of them actually do free college tuition for low-income families or single parents and different stuff like that. But a lot of people, I won't say too busy to find this information, but they are not seeking out this information.
Well, I just want to also kind of piggyback on that, where if you are a single mother with children, they have special scholarships and grants for that. If you are a person who have been convicted of a felon, they even have grants to help you get back in school. These books, these are some of the works that we have done collectively. This is Self-Made is Mark's second book, but it's fourth, but it's the second one that's available on. And it has information that can help, and it's free information that can help you get motivated and things like that. They call us, and there's a couple of more of us, but they call us ministers of information. It's free information on our Facebook page. It's free information at our websites. It's free information.
Whenever you talk to us, it's free information.
Right. We just don't waste time because we know there's a lot of people that have been misinformed and the way we treat each other.
Underinformed.
Yes. Because when we say free, people look at it like it's got to be a catch. Well, there is no catch. The catch is paying attention.
Yeah, sometimes the catch is just paying attention.
Just paying attention because it's out here. And there are some people, and even with what we're doing, it's something that y'all can do in your own community. This knowledge is not for just one ethnic group of people. No. If y'all remember this show, y'all remember I'm multi-ethnic. So this is about human beings. And everyone deserves an opportunity to become self-empowered, self-employed, self-knowing. And we're only being a stepping stone, for lack of a better word.
We're a fraction of the information that's out there. like I said, I've been researching this for years, and I found information not just on schools. I found information on everything all the way down to patent number 5188738, which is actually the patent number that the U.S. government issued for the cure on HIV and cancer.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that because they're not researching it. You know, a lot of people don't know that it's a lot of different cures for a lot of different diseases out there. It's a lot of different information out there. It's a lot. Here in San Antonio, if you don't have a high school diploma, I'm not sure if it's still available, but I'm pretty sure it is. You can go to Goodwill. And actually, they have a GED program,
yes.
you know, and it's free. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't know that you can go get yourself back on your feet for free.
Right. And don't forget, they also allow you to take the test for free.
Oh, killer! Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
you can study at the goodwill.org. And you can actually take the test for your GED at San Antonio City County. That's where you get your applications and stuff. And it's all free. Yeah, that's just a piggyback because you're absolutely right.
I didn't even know that was
Oh,
free.
yeah. If you live in Washington State.
Yeah, you go to college for free.
For free, right. And don't forget some of the weird scholarships like swimming, shooting pool.
My cousin, actually, Lamar Richardson, he went to college. He went on a full ride scholarship for swimming. Called him the Black Michael Phelps. You know, I mean, it's serious. I mean, it's so much stuff in this world that you can do for the big FREE. It's the #1 search word on Google, but it's the #1 field word because people don't believe in the word free.
Right.
You know, it don't cost you nothing to get up and go to work every day, but the gas you put in your car, so it ain't free to go to work. It ain't free. It costs you time. It costs you money. It costs you, you know, sitting in traffic. All of that costs you something to get up and go to work every day. So why don't you start working for yourself? What I do is I teach people how to do all that for free. Right. It didn't cost me nothing to write a book. It didn't cost me nothing to do whatever I do. I started the clothing line in less than 8 hours,
yep.
and it cost me $0. You know, just the idea I had in my head and the time it took me to go out and produce it. Yeah. So, I mean, when I say free, I really mean free. You know, I mean, it's nothing you can't do in this world that in 2015 you can't find how to do at a discounted rate, if not for free.
And it's 2016.
Oh,
that's right. It's the New Year's. We're trying to bring the New Year's in right for everybody because everybody deserves the opportunity that we've been blessed with. So some of the other stuff is there was a list. It's on our Facebook page, and it will be on Ministers of Information Facebook page. But it's the list of jobs or careers of the future. They started hiring. NASA is accepting applications until March of 2016. You need your bachelor's degree, and you also need to have your application in. Last time, in 2011, our daughter was blessed to have her acknowledgement letter, and then she got her syllabus. So we know what we're saying has validity, and anyone can do it. You only have to apply yourself. That's why we say it only costs paying attention. Because if a person ain't paying attention, you'll miss out on the opportunities. And if you notice, anyone can do this. We keep saying it. It's like really we're basically pleading at times to take care of you. Help us help you.
Yeah, help us help you.
Just pay yourself.
Sometimes I feel like it's sad because I post, I watch my friends on Facebook post up all the time. You know, they looking to earn new money or they want to earn more money. My kids going to college, or you know, college get real expensive. I mean, I even got college, student loans I got to pay for. You know, everybody got student loans. You know, college gets super expensive.
Right.
If I put out a list of 10+ colleges for free, I might get one share, and that'll be from Delano.
Right.
You know. That's what's sad about it. But if I go post a World Star hip hop video of, you know, 2 chicks fighting in the street, right. I have 15 comments and 33 shares in 20 minutes. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to enlighten the people out there. And it's sad that when you lead these people to the water, they won't take a drink. I mean, you can lead people to the Kool-Aid and they'll tell you it's too sweet, but then they'll squig behind your back and tell you it wasn't good.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, too, I belong to a lot of group pages. And, you know, it's free information that we both been given and rotating in. One of them is Dr. Clark's. You know, I hear so many people, and this is what gets to me. We so busy putting one another down that we seem like a breath of fresh air with free, because everybody always seems to have.
People are afraid of fresh air sometimes. Though.
Yes, because they become conditioned. One of the things I learned is, and this is from experience, the only way to get better is that we get out of our comfort zone. I hear so many people constantly talking about what a person believes, what their faith is, their skin condition, and things like that. But I don't hear too much about how we are as a species. This is what we giving our information out for us as a species, not a certain ethnicity, not a certain culture, not a certain religion or any of that. It's about us being able to communicate willingly and openly with one another. I sit back at times, and I'm too like you. I put it on Ask Ty, Don't Get Mad, put it on Ministers of Information, put it on Let Us Step Up to Another Level. We've put it on your page, Mark Hustle page. We've put it on our daughter's page, all this information. And I'm like you, if it's not about degrading or something of that nature, it gets no real attention, because I don't know, maybe we're just conditioned to live off of one another's misery. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that
we conditioned. I mean, if you look at society, we've been conditioned to live in a hamster wheel, check to check, you know, paycheck to paycheck, and don't believe in Plan B. A lot of people believe in Plan A. You work for 30 years, retire, but they don't realize you work for 30 years, you retire, and then you go work somewhere else for 30 more years, and then you try to retire again if you don't die first.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a Plan B kind of person. I like to build from the top, and then I'll go with Plan C with creating everything from the bottom.
Exactly.
You know, I always been that way. You know, I always been a forward-thinking person. I always been a person who believed that nothing is too big for me to achieve. You know? Nothing is too big for me to do. You know, I think I put in self-made or caviar dreams. The impossible won't take longer to do.
Yes.
The impossible really, truly only takes longer to do. If they'd have told the Wright brothers they couldn't fly, we wouldn't have planes right now.
Exactly.
You know, the impossible takes longer. We got metal in the sky and metal under the ocean.
Yes.
Swimming, floating, and flying and soaring.
Exactly.
The problem is with society when it comes to that is they don't believe it because they can't do it. You know, if it's not your dream, then you don't believe it can be done.
Right.
You know, if I'd have walked up to you and told you couldn't do something, if I didn't believe you could do it and you believe you can do it, it's not my dream.
Right.
You know, that doesn't mean it can't be accomplished.
Yeah.
So when I give people free information to better themselves, they don't believe it's for them. Right. Because they didn't find it on their own or find it on their own, or they don't believe they can achieve it because that information wasn't given to them in a
gift basket.
In a gift basket. Or, you know, we all weren't born with a silver spoon, so to speak, but when you given a silver spoon, eat off of it.
Exactly. And that's the way I see it too, because no one gave us anything. We had to work for it. Matter of fact, some of the information that's in these books and some of the information that's on our pages, like the Karatas, they won't believe that it's an actual ghost in the shell Tachikoma and it's for sale, but it's only for sale in Japan. And you can get the book here. They don't want to believe that, you know, we actually have, there are like thought hackers and things of that nature that would be legal. And this is free information we give it now because none of us can hide from our thoughts. I
think what shocks them is we don't just give them the information, but we go search down a video.
Yes.
And, or something that's actually showing the product in use.
Right.
It's different when you show somebody a picture. They like, oh, that's photoshopped, or that's been tampered with or tainted. Right. But when you say the government has this, or this is going on, or you can get this and you can go get it right here, you can go find it right here, or you can go see it right here, that's when it becomes more of a realistic feeling.
And scary.
You know, it's like people who get the winning lottery ticket. Right. You know, you look at the numbers, you shock, you drop it, you in disbelief.
Right.
You know, it takes a few minutes before you to actually collect yourself and see that this is real.
And
it's just like with me. When I found out, whoa, this is a list of colleges for free, why don't nobody else know about this?
Right.
I stood up, I walked around in a circle, I scratched my head for a second, I sat back down, and I was like, somebody got to know about this.
Right.
I started copying and I started sharing.
Exactly.
Started copying and I started sharing. You know, I think I did it for 20 minutes. You know,
Exactly.
I got maybe 2 shares, one from you and one from your wife.
Ain't that deep? And that's the sad part. Oh, there's one more thing we need to let y'all know about these books. This one is Mark's. Matter of fact, Mark can show ours off. It's black pages.
Yeah, that's my trademark.
Everything is in black in both books.
We do black pages and white print.
That's the other one that Mark has right here. Everything is black print. I mean, black page with white print. We're saying that because the world is always either you're going to do it or you're not. That's the bottom line to it, black and white. We have a different way of dealing with people because we have a mindset as a whole, as our group, and that's what this was saying. We're called ministers of information. The reason we call ministers of information is we're doing things that no one else would do, and it's giving out free information about getting yourself together. We gonna get ours. Let me make that clear.
I'm just trying to help you.
We're trying to help y'all get yours.
Basically, what he's saying is we've gotten to the point now that we feel comfortable enough to start teaching people how to start doing it.
Thank you.
You know, Delano came to me with an idea, said he wanted to write a book. You know, I had written a book. I told him, okay, no problem. Within a few months, we had Just the Word Out.
That's my dad's.
That's his book right here. And then within another couple months, we got approved for this one here, and we'll be out. You know?
And in between, he took time to write his own. And this is part one, then there's Caviar Dreams part 2, and then there's this one, and then there's one more. So my thing is, if we can do it, anyone can do it. You just have to have...
How much did it cost you to publish your book?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It didn't cost me nothing. And if you go to our websites, simple, free, simple, easy, free.com.
You can download a full list of all 17 colleges I think I put on there.
Yes.
Every college in the United States that has free college tuition. Some of them only require you to work 10 plus hours on college campus in order to receive the free tuition. Also put on there about club courses. A lot of people don't know about club courses. Those are also courses that you can, you take in your spare time and you earn college credits. They accepted at 2,900 colleges across the United States, and they cut your college costs down to about 80%. Cut your college costs by 80%.
Right.
We created Simple, Easy, Free basically for what it is. It's simple, easy, free information that is accessible to anybody. There is nothing for sale.
Nothing.
Zero. Zero.
And that's the whole thing that keeps scaring our poor people. Because we poor at one time, but we've just earned our other also, now we're poor. Now soon we'll be getting some money. So my point is, it's a dry joke, but don't worry about it. It's up to y'all, and that's the bottom line to it. We've done the research, and we network and interact with one another. We don't allow skin condition to slow us down. As we say sometimes, we're not antisocial. We just anti-idiot. We don't believe in coming up with excuses. If you're hungry, you'll find a way to eat. So when you get broke enough, you're going to do like we did. Find a way to make some money without going to prison. Something legal. It's simple, it's easy, and it's free. You know, so please, we don't have but a few minutes left, and there's not too much more that we can say other than just know that there are some of us still out here that don't have any ulterior motives, because the bottom line is there's nothing y'all can do for us right now. We're asking you to do it for yourself. Our website is working, the books is working, and we're saying that you can do the same thing. All you got to do is just be around people like your like-mindedness. As we say, as iron sharpeneth iron, so man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Man sharpeneth man. And y'all be around the people let me say this because it's not about putting any of us down. I watched the video. I think I shared it with you. A young man got good grades and got beat up by his own peers. They called him uppity. They kicked him and jumped on him. Don't allow that kind of behavior to go on. And this was something else you and I talked about. We got less than 8 minutes, but the best way to build a ghetto is to stay in it and build it from the inside out and make it a better community. Instead of always talking about, oh, I got to get out the ghetto. I got to leave this neighborhood. You know, I don't understand.
It used to be a dream to get up, grow up, and move out the hood. I think now the dream is to grow up and buy up the hood.
Yes.
You know, I
mean, and better it.
You don't necessarily have to live in the hood to buy up the hood, but it's all about, if you're gonna buy up the hood, don't raise the rent. Don't genocide the people who living in those streets. You know,
right.
It's a lot of artists out there. It's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people out there that's doing positive things that go out and they buy property and then, don't
forget 2 Chainz.
Oh yeah, we just watched him
furnish a whole house
and pay it rent free for a year.
Yep.
And give a $10,000.
And don't forget, they always say rappers don't do nothing. No, that's not true.
Don't. You don't.
You know, what about? Don't forget Nelly. See, and he had the Sickle Cell Foundation. And this is what hurt me.
Well, you know, they just raised I think it was $100,000 for the Flint Water Foundation up in Detroit.
Good.
So I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can do to give back, but first people got to start educating themselves on their mind. As long as they don't see a way out, they're gonna continue to call themselves the king of the trap. Trap king, trap star, whatever you want to do, is still the basis of that word is trap.
Right,
you know,
that's the root.
I grew up, my mom always said you can do whatever you want to do, you can be whatever you want to be, you know, you can succeed at whatever you want to see if you put your mind to it,
right.
And if you get focused.
Right.
The problem is there's so many people nowadays that can't get focused. It's hard to get focused when you got so many outside issues going on, when you got police brutality,
yes.
And then you got police being, it's to the point now the police they're starting to feel what it's like to be racially profiled. When you wear a blue uniform, it's like having black skin now.
Exactly.
So when you have all these outside issues that's drawing you away from educating yourself, kids don't want to go to school no more. You know what I mean? It used to be a time kids were fighting to go to school. Now you got to fight a kid to get him to go to school.
Exactly.
You know, but how can you deal with that when you got Johnny over here who doing his thing on the side that's making his life look more, you know, appealing than going to school. You know, then you got this kid over here who get beat up all the time because he got those good grades, who's not making school look appealing. You know, and then when you got kids who do go to school and they get the good grades, and then like the little kid who two little girls who were on the honor roll, one passed out, another one gave them the asthma breather, and both of them get suspended. So even when you going to school and you getting the good grades and you doing the things you want to do, it's so many obstacles you got to overcome just being a person in this world. Not even just a person of color, because it's just being a person now you have obstacles.
Yes, and before we get off, there's one more thing, because he made a good point. Our next projects will probably be on an educational basis, because one of the things we found out in our research, both of us, to open up an academy or a school, you need a curriculum, a faculty, and a facility. Those are the 3 things that are mandatory in order for you to be able to open an academy or a school and have it accredited. You have to submit it to the local board there and have your whole hookup with your committee and stuff. There's one more thing, too. You do not have to have a college education to be able to teach in an academy. Do some research on this. A regular public school or so, you should. Now, there are things that each of us can do and contribute. Once again, every city has a public access channel. Do the research and give it some support. We do this because we support our local community. We want our community to grow. We want our community to share the enlightenment that we have. We are working hard and diligently every day behind the scenes to make sure that this free information is available for all of you. We do this because not only do we love ourselves, we really love our friends. And if you are a friend on Facebook, if you in a group of ours on Facebook, and we know something that you don't, we would be there.
Really. I don't have kids, you know.
Right.
So when I'm finding information about going to college for free,
right,
I ain't got nobody to send to college for free. You know. So when I'm searching for information to send somebody to college for free, it's because I got friends who kids are coming up on 18 years old.
Yes.
You know, they kids about to get ready to go to college, and I don't want to see my friends suffer going and paying $80,000 for their kid to go to college and all this, you know, when I have access to that information and I can share it with you.
Right.
You know, I share it with a lot of people directly, and some people actually use it. You know, I shared the information with a young lady about going to college, sending her daughter to college for free, and she was from Washington. She moved here to Texas, and she was living here for a while. I told her about, if you stay in Washington State, you know, your daughter can go to college for free.
Right.
In 2 weeks, she had moved. You know, in 2 weeks, her daughter was in 11th grade. In 2 weeks, she moved back to Washington State, and she had already got herself established. And she in the process of getting her daughter in a position to go to college for free and having herself debt free and her daughter debt free. And that's actually a better start off in their life, because you don't have something weighing you down when you already building a career. Right. You know, you don't want to spend money out while you're actually trying to buy a home, buy a car. You know, you paying, you know, $300 and some odd back to the government when they could have gave you that free college education anyway.
And let me say one more thing about that too. Her name was Gabby. I can see she won the Olympics. Her mother loved her well enough to send her someplace where she could be in the position to win that gold medal. And some of us don't want to sacrifice sending our child away to get better because they don't believe they can do better. Well, I commend her. And when he was saying about, he put a lot of information out for us. We have 4 sons, 3 daughters, and that ain't including our grandchildren. We've been blessed. Yet we also have friends. Like one of them got 32 grandchildren and 28 great-grandchildren. They need that kind of break. Well, the show is about to end. We wish everyone well. I'm not going to say we weren't pleading, but to some degree we have been pleading that y'all start looking at this free information and quit hurting one another by saying, don't nobody do this, because we really do. And we are the living example. We ain't trying to be that guy or that person, but if we can help that guy to get some education and get some free information, we love to do so. So until then, y'all, we wish everyone well. We'll see y'all next month. And Mark, may the Lord bless and keep us. Ministers of information, y'all, and we wish everyone peace. May the Lord bless and keep you. Have a great month. Peace.